Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Dhena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah.
So now, by Vaisesika Prabhu's desire, I will give first initiation to two devotees, and then he will give his initiations. Do they have the neck beads put on?
Yeah, now they need to have it put on.
Yeah. So some initiated devotees should put the new neck beads on the new initiates. And I didn't get to discuss this with the two, Pratibha and Puja. We didn't discuss which of you is coming forth first. So the two of you discuss and let me know. And in the meantime, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. What do you want to do about obeisances?
Well, we're going to have them, go like this way.
Yeah.
Because their feet is that way.
Right.
Right? And their left
Okay.
hand, their left side is this way.
Okay. So, all right. Offer like this way.
Okay.
But with your feet that way.
Okay.
I mean, I always have them do it. It takes longer. I like to go to the Prabhupada.
Well, they can go first or second. But if you want to go first, they can go around.
Oh, I see.
There.
Yeah.
Then just do the way you used to.
Okay. All right. Well, in this case, from now on, how do you do yours? You do yours after?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it your way. Okay. So afterwards, you go and offer obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. So, what are the 4 principles that you agree to follow?
I take a vow today in front of the devotees, my Shiksha Guru, my Guru Maharaj, and the deities, to follow the 4 regulative principles, which are no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds do you promise to follow, to chant?
I take a vow to chant minimum of 16 rounds every day.
Good. And is there anything else you would like to say or declare?
I want to thank you, Maharaj, so much for accepting me in the shelter of your lotus feet. Then I take a moment to thank my Shiksha Guru, Vaisesika Prabhu, Nirukula Mataji, and all the devotees of ISV to accept me and to give me shelter and association, which has given me a chance to whatever little advancement I have done, it wouldn't have been possible. And I also would make, which is actually Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are my life and soul, but I take a vow that they will be my life and soul till the end.
Jai. Thank you very much. So, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth you will be known as Priti Radhika Dasi.
हर ग्रेस प्रीतिका राधिका माता जी की, हर ग्रेस प्रीति राधिका माता जी की, हर ग्रेस प्रीति राधिका माता जी की.
Priti means love or affection, and of course Radhika is Srimati Radharani, so Priti Radhika means loving Radhika, affection.
Hare Krishna,
Radhika.
sorry for the interruption, sorry, but there is a car parked in the driveway of the next door apartments, Toyota Camry, nameplate 4HTC016. Please move your car or it will be towed away.
I wasn't timing myself, but I have a feeling I spoke too much, so I'm not speaking about the candidates. Please. Oh. So what are the 4 principles that you promise to follow?
I take a vow to follow the 4 regulative principles of no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
I take a vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds every day.
And is there anything else you would like to say or declare?
Well, thank you very much, Maharaj, for taking me in your shelter. And I guess I would also like to take a vow to read Srila Prabhupada's book every day, at least a page or 2.
Good. That's very good. Actually, Priti Radhika and Puja are sisters, and they have been helping each other in Krishna consciousness all along. And it's a really great fortune for them to be so close as sisters and to have such a spiritual relationship as sisters that all they do is really talk about Krishna consciousness and how to improve. In this path, Puja became more serious a little before Pratibha, or now Priti Radhika. But she was saying how, like, Puja had told her that whatever happens, you should chant at least 1 round during Brahma Muhurta. And I thought that was such a nice thing for a sister to say to a sister. And Priti Radhika also took it very seriously. So sometimes, familiarity breeds, oh, my sister, my brother. But they have a very spiritual relationship, and they respect each other spiritually. And because of that, they each take the good advice of the other, and they both make good progress together. And it's expanded now from them to, they have a 3rd sister who's now an aspiring disciple in India, and their mother is aged mother is chanting, and so it's increasing. It's increasing. So, anything else? On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple. And henceforth you will be known as Priya Gopika.
हर ग्रेस प्रिया गोपिका माता जी की, हर ग्रेस प्रिया गोपिका माता जी की, हर ग्रेस प्रिया गोपिका माता जी की.
So Priya means dear, and the primary meaning of Gopika in this context is Radhika, but it can mean other Gopikas. And so she's the servant of Radhika or Gopika, who is very dear, and also the servant of those who are dear to Gopika or Radhika. So, and I wanted the two names to be similar, but not too similar. Simultaneously one and different. And these two names have, each of the two names has 5 syllables. And of those 5 syllables, 2.5 are the same and 2.5 are different. So they can be together as they are, as spiritual sisters, and also be individuals as they are. Hare Krishna. And
Shamalangi, would you please come up? Today, Shamalangi Devi Dasi, who already accepted Harinam initiation over a year ago, who has been, Shamalangi, you've been extremely steady and especially have an eagerness for hearing. I always notice how you and your whole family come here to hear. And I always wonder how you do that because you're all so busy. I mean, you have such a busy life and children to raise, and somehow or other you always make it to the class. And even in the rare times when you can't make it to class, you're listening online very carefully with great enthusiasm. And also, you've developed a desire to move forward in your spiritual life. You've been watching the devotees who are taking care of the deities, and this desire in your heart is developed to worship Sri Radha Madan Mohan personally, which is the next step. So today, Shamalangi is taking mantra diksha, and later on I'm going to give her the mantras, and I'll speak them into her right ear as is the tradition, as I heard them from my spiritual master, and in this way they've been passed down. There are various mantras beginning with the Brahma Gayatri mantra, and there are mantras to worship the spiritual master, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Krishna. And these mantras also form the basis for mula mantras, which are used in the worship of the deity. So this is a very big occasion to come this far through all the different species of life, to come into this lifetime and then reach this level of initiation. So we're all very proud of you for your determination, and we're all benefiting from the enthusiasm that you're bringing. Now, we don't have a grand crescendo for this one, but I do have a certificate which has a proof that you've taken second initiation.
हर ग्रेस श्यामलंगी माता जी की, हर ग्रेस श्यामलंगी माता जी की, हर ग्रेस श्यामलंगी माता जी की.
And actually, I liked that Maharaja was asking if anyone had anything to say, and we'll see if Shamalangi. Would you want to say something? She wants to serve better and she wants blessings. Yes, Hare Krishna. This is our preoccupation, is how to serve better. If someone comes to the point of saying, my service is fine, then it means they're in a tailspin ready to hit the ground really hard. But if someone is thinking at every moment, how can I improve my service? That person is feeling ecstasy in life and is also connected to Krishna in a very profound way. And so I appreciate that very much, Shamalingi. Hare Krishna. Next, we'll have Hiral. Please come up. Hiral, we met in 2009 back on Bascom Avenue, which anyone who lived on Bascom Avenue will always remember it with great affection. And also, we'll remember how we've evolved. You know, where we came. We'll never forget where we came from, let's put it that way. Where have we come from? What neighborhood did we come from? There was a pit bull in the yard of that. Remember? And it was 100 degrees at least during most of the programs. Anyway, you were there, and the moment you walked in, everyone could see your enthusiasm. And you approached me very early on, telling me that your desire was to make this life a success by moving forward in spiritual life. And Krishna hears such pleas from his devotee. In fact, even in the Shastra it says, if one time, Lord Ramachandra says, if one time someone says that I surrender unto you, that's it. He said, from then on, he said, I consider that person my ward. I will take care of that person forever. And you've given your heart to this idea of surrendering to Krishna, and you've taken step by step this process to come up to this level. So we're all very proud of you and very happy for this event today. What vows do you have in mind?
Today I take a vow to follow the 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication.
Anything else?
And serve my Guru Maharaj and my Guru Mata better, and serve Radha Madan Mohan Ji, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nashimadev better, and serve all the Vaishnavas to my best physical and mental and financial abilities.
Did you mention anything about chanting?
And 16 rounds of chanting with full attention.
Okay, and always, whenever you make a vow, it's always, like this is kind of legalese, but you always put at least in front of it.
At least.
Because then you have room to grow and say, I said at least, so then you could increase. So, okay, that's good. Anything else you'd like to say?
And I would like to thank my husband Prashant, who has been with me till now, and I just want to thank him for being in my life.
Thank you very much. Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I am exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I hereby joyfully award you the name Kala Keli Devi Dasi.
हर ग्रेस काला केली माता जी की, हर ग्रेस काला केली माता जी की, हर ग्रेस काला केली माता जी की.
And this is proof of purchase. You can hold her beads when she goes back to offer obeisances. Somebody hold. Lavanya, please come up.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna, Giriraja Maharaj. Today I take a vow to follow the 4 regulative principles of no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication. I take a vow to chant at least 16 rounds every day. And I take a vow to follow my Guru Maharaj's orders, whatever they may be.
Lavanya, I first noticed you, I went to a home program, and I remember how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said about Srila Prabhupada, that I marked that you liked to hear. There was something about you that there was extra enthusiasm, which is this utsahan, this enthusiasm for spiritual life. It's very auspicious. In fact, the word enthusiasm, entheos, means the God within. To have that means Krishna's prompting this, and it means good fortune. So you've been very steady and determined and enthusiastic in your service. And it's a wonderful day to see you here taking initiation from the deities and all the devotees. Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas and all of the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I am exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I hereby joyfully award you the name Manjula Kanta Devi Dasi.
Her Grace Manjula Kanta Mata Ji ki. Her Grace Manjula Kanta Mata Ji ki. Her Grace Manjula Kanta Mata Ji ki.
Manjula, Nirkula is reminding me that everyone likes to know the meaning of these names. So Manjula Kanta, I found while I was reading the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And it means that Krishna's speech is always charming. Kanta means throats, and Manjula means like jeweled. So whatever he speaks is pleasing, charming, and beautiful. Kalakeli Devi Dasi is one of the assistants of Srimati Radharani. And I've given you a reference in the certificate where you can look up your name. So it's a very intimate name of one of the servants in the spiritual world that's your namesake. Hare Krishna. Jayendra Prabhu. Shraddha Devi Dasi, would you say something about Jayendra, since I think you met him first?
Hare Krishna. Jayendra Prabhu is a is a result of book distribution yagya. We met him outside India Cash and Carry, Mukharvinda and I, where we had gone with the purpose of distributing Srimad Bhagavatam sets. Up until then, we had never distributed sets out there in a place like India Cash and Carry. And he was the first one. He came there, and I remember we had a smaller set of Bhagavatams, and it was cheaper. And so we sold him, but he really wanted the full volume, all the 12 cantos. He's an ardent reader. And but somehow I managed to sell him the smaller set. But he came back the next week when we were there again, and he said no, he returned it, and he really wanted the big one, so he paid more, and he took the big one. And then I used to follow up with him about reading, and he was progressing so fast, reading one chapter after another, one canto after another. And then, as it happens, after reading the Bhagavatam, he wanted devotee association, so we saw him at the temple. He started coming regularly there. And Jayend is very shy and quiet and unassuming, very, very talented. He sings, he can play the mridangam. And I came into very close contact with him when we went to Los Angeles. He volunteered to come there to help Guru Maharaj with the book distribution. And all the days that we were there, they were really long days. And he was working really hard from 3 o'clock in the morning through the temple sessions and doing book distribution till late in the night. And he never, ever complained. So I really think that that it's really I'm so fortunate to have him as my god sibling. And then he has a wonderful family. His wife and daughter are here. He's got 2 daughters. They're super talented, and I've seen that they also come to the temple and dedicate a lot of their time towards temple activities. So he comes with a package. He and his entire family is so good. Yeah, it's a wonderful family to have.
What are the vows you've come here to make today?
I take the vow to no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication.
For how long is that vow?
Forever.
Forever, okay. What else?
And I take the vow to chant at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. And I also give you I also take the vow to serve you to the best of my capabilities, Maharaj.
Thank you very much. Jayendra is a rare jewel, and it shows today the efficacy of our efforts to walk out the door, to meet people. There are souls who are hankering for Krishna, who are just waiting for the instruction how to connect, and some of them are very qualified, and I find you to be one of those great gems who comes from a very upright background and who has a soft devotional heart, a very gentle nature. I'm very happy to have met you and to be instrumental in bringing you closer to Srila Prabhupada and the rest of the disciplic succession. And I'm especially gratified that you came because the devotees went out to distribute books. And this is one of, Prabhupada says in the Krishna book, if one person becomes a devotee because of this, my mission is a success. So, following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy and the mercy of the previous acharyas and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. The name I'm giving you includes a nickname of Krishna that's used only by his closest devotees. I hereby joyfully award you the name Jai Kanai, Das.
His Grace Jai Kanai Prabhu Ji ki. His Grace Jai Kanai Prabhu ki. His Grace Jai Kanai Prabhu ki.
Just a small addendum, which is to all of you who accepted initiation from me today. Remember the verse, Atashi Krishna Namadi Grayame,
Nabhavet.
Nabhavit Grahimindriye, Sevanmukhi Hijivado, Swayameva Spuratyada, that a spiritual life begins with the tongue. Be very careful about Vachovegam. If you control the tongue, how you speak, and take Krishna Prasadam, then it becomes very easy to control all the other senses, and it pleases Krishna. He'll actually appear before you if you take the time and the trouble to control your tongue. And the other is to absorb yourself in Srila Prabhupada's books. Find out a systematic way to read the books. As Prabhupada says in his Chaitanya Charitamrita purport, that if my students don't read all the books, then they will return to eating, sleeping, and then they will fall down again into the material world. So you have to renew every day and stay very close to the books. And last, remember to have compassion for other living entities. This is the way to be recognized by Krishna very, very quickly. That if you show mercy to others and help to expand the Sankirtan movement, especially by distributing books about Krishna to people all over the world, then you'll be recognized very quickly, and Krishna will give you special mercy. And thanks to all of you. Hare Krishna. And now if you'll give a microphone to our pundit, he has one already. He will light the sacred fire to solemnify the initiation ceremony today.
So, Priya Kishori can start the...
Yeah, because it's getting really
Priya
late.
Kishori can start the... Yeah. So where is Priya Kishori? She can start singing the kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
चक्षरातम ओम कृष्ण अहम कर्तुराम यज्ञासादाम ओम स्वस्ति नो गोविंदो स्वस्ति नो संतो स्वस्ति नो वासुदेव स्वस्ति नो स्वस्ति नो स्वस्ति नो विश्वक्सेना स्वस्ति नो श्रीमद्भागवते स्वस्ति नो नरसिंह
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, So the next part of the yajna is to offer Mangalacharan prayers, honoring our spiritual masters and our parampara. So after when I say swaha, there are grains right in front of you. You can take few of those grains and then you can offer it into the fire. So you repeat the mantra and then you offer it. So kindly repeat after me. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Swaha 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 Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam Swaha 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 Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च स्वाहा 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 नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते गिरिराजस्वामी नितिनामिने नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते वैशेषिक दास अधिकारी नितिनामिने स्वाहा 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 नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांता स्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशे तारिणे स्वाहा 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 नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्ता सरस्वती नितिनामिने श्रीवर्षभानाविदेवी दयिताय कृपाब्दये कृष्णसंबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः स्वाहा 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 माधुर्योज्ज्वला प्रेमाद्या श्रीरूपानुगा भक्तिदा श्री गौर करुण शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्धापा अपसिद्धांता द्वांता हारिणे स्वाहा 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 नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलंब रसाम्बोधे पदाम्बुजाय ते नमः स्वाहा 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 नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगा वरायते स्वाहा 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 गौराविर्भावा भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जनप्रिया वैष्णवा सार्वभौम श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः स्वाहा 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 वाञ्छा कल्प तरुभयश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। जयतं सुरतौ पंगोर मम मंदा मतेर्गतिः मत्सर्वस्वा पदाम्भोजौ श्री श्री राधा मदनमोहनौ। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। दिव्याद् वृन्दारण्या कल्पद्रुमदः श्रीमद् रत्नागरा सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवौ प्रेष्टालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। श्रीमान् रासा रसारंभी वंशीवटा तटस्थितः कर्षन्वेनुर् स्वनिर्गोपीर् गोपीनाथ श्रियेस्तुनः। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। ओम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। ओम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा। ओम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। स्वाहा स्वाहा Swaha. So this completes the Mangalacharan prayers, where we offer our obeisances and respects to our previous Guru Parampara. The next part is called Prayashchita Homa, where we ask the Supreme Lord for our forgiveness for any mistakes and any offenses that we might have committed during the course of our sacrifice today. So kindly repeat after me. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardana Yat Pujitam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadastu me Swaha 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 Om Aparadha Sahasrani Kriyante Harnisham Maya Dasoham Itimam Matva Kshamaswa Madhusudhana Swaha Swaha Swaha. Om Pratignya Tava Govinda Name Bhakta Pranashyati Iti Samsmritya Pranan Samadhara Yamyaham Swaha Swaha Swaha. So this completes the Prayashchita, or asking for our forgiveness. The next part is called Purnahuti, wherein we offer the banana which is there in front of you. Please don't put it directly into the fire, because there are about 6 of you, so you can place it around the fire. And but before that, we need to stand up and say a mantra, and then you can offer that. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. So this is complete, and then the kirtan can begin, and then Maharaj and Vaisesika Prabhu and the initiates can circumambulate the fire along with others.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kartalis. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Going up one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jaya. Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jaya. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai. Hey Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jaya. Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jaya. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai. 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 Govinda 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 Govinda. 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 Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya. Bhajare Hey Bhaja Govinda Gopala Hare. Bhajare Hey Bhaja Govinda Gopala Hare. Radhe Govinda. Radhe Govinda. Radhe Gopala. Radhe Gopala. Bhajare Hey Bhaja Govinda Gopala Hare. Bhajare Hey Bhaja Govinda Gopala Hare.
Madan Mohan,
Radha Madan Mohan,
Radha Ghana Shama,
Radha Ghana Shama,
Radha Nila Madhava,
oh Radha Nila Madhava,
Radhika Ramana,
oh Radhika Ramana,
Radhe Govinda,
oh Radhe Govinda,
Rukmini Dwarkadi,
Radhe Krishna,
Radhe Krishna,
Radha Vallabhari,
Radha Vallabhari, Radha Gopinatha,
Radha Gopinatha,
Kishore Kishore,
oh Kishore Kishore,
Radha Prananatha,
Radha Vrindavan Chandra,
Radha Ramana,
Radha Madan Mohan,
Radha Madan Mohan,
Radha Giridhari,
Radha Giridhari,
Radha Madhava,
Radha Madhava,
Radha Giridhari,
Radha Giridhari,
Dina Dayala, Radha Sham Sundar, Dina Dayala,
Radha Gopala,
Radha Govinda,
Radha Giridhari,
Radha Damodar, Radha Krishna,
Radha Govinda,
Radha Kunj Bihari,
Radha Kunja Vihari,
Radhe Krishna,
Mani Argati,
Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Govinda,
Bhajare, hey, Bhaja Govinda Gopala Hare. Bhajare, hey, Bhaja Govinda Gopala Hare. I say Shri Bhagavan ko mere parambara pranam hai. I say Shri mere I say Shri Gyana Shyama ko mere parambara pranam hai. I say Shri Gyana Shyama Parambara Pranam hai. Go Premanande! Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Go Premanande! Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Harinam Mantra ki, Shri Harinam Prabhu ki. Go Premanande! Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajika Charjisto Tarista Shishimad Abhay Charanad Avinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajika Charjisto Tarista Shishimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki. Ananta Kuti Vaishnavinda ki. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Prem Zagaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gokopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan ki Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Mayapur Navadip Dham ki Shri Jagannath Puri ki Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi ki Jamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki Srila Haridas Thakur ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki 192 rounds a day ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. All glories to the Assembled Devotees. All glories to the Assembled Devotees. All glories to the Assembled Devotees. Go Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahalada Dadayane. Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha. Shilakanka Nakalaye. Ito Nishingha Parato Nishingha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Nishingha. Bahira Nishingo Ridaye Nrisingha. Nishingabading Sharadam Prapadye. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Tejase Aviravir Bhava Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan Randaya Tamo Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Shram Vagisha Yasha Vadane Lakshmir Yasya Chavakshisi Yastyaste Hriday Samvih Tam Nishingam Maham Bhaje Prahalada Hridayaladam Bhakta Vidya Vidaranam Sharadindura Chimbande Parindra Vadanam Harim Shri Nishinga Jai Nishinga Jai Nishinga Prahalada Desha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Yadi Dasyasi Me Kaman Varam Stam Vardarshabha Kamanam Hridayasroham Vavatastu Vrinevaram Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmane Hare Bhuta Singhaya Brahmane Paramatmane Ugropyanugravayam Sabhaktanam Rakeshari Keshari Vasapotanam Anyesham Ugavikramaha Tavakara Kamalavare Nakamadbhuta Shringam Dalitairanyakashi Putanubinga Keshavadrita Nadahari Rupa Jajagadhisha Hare Jajagadhisha Hare Jajagadhisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakamadbhuta Shringam Kanakashi Utarubinga Keshavadita Narahariru Jaya Jagadhisha Hare Jaya Jagadhisha Hare Jaya Nishingadev 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 Jaya Nishingadev Jai Bhakti Vignavanashana Shri Nishingadev ki Jai Bhakta Pravara Shri Prahlad Maharaja ki Go Premanande. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, hey, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman.